Hey everyone, hope you're having a good week or day so far. Today what we're going to be doing is we are going to be doing a mobility warm-up that you can use on, let's say, either an off day. Let's say you had a really hard workout the day before and your body's kind of tired today and you just kind of want to stretch things out, or you need a break in the middle of the day, or maybe you're looking for a really good warm-up before you go outside and go for that run, or you go and lift weights and things like that. So this is a nice long warm-up that you can do. Funny enough, I'm actually going to be doing a lot of yard work today, so this is going to be a great warm-up for me before I go outside and do all of that. All right, I'm going to take you through all of these, so just go ahead and follow along. For this, you're going to want a towel for one of the exercises, and you'll want your gym shoes as well, but I actually want you to start with your shoes off. We spend a lot of time in our shoes, and it's important to make sure that we actually let our feet feel the ground and we get all those small muscles engaged as well. So I highly recommend that you take your shoes off to start. But what we're going to do here to start is we are going to go ahead and lay on our backs. And we're just going to start off with some basic breathing. All right, so I'm laying on my back. I'm going to take a deep breath in through my nose and my whole stomach is going to rise up. And then I'm going to take a deep breath out, pretending like someone's dropping something really heavy on me, and you should feel your core squeeze really tight when you do that. We're going to do this 5 times. All right, breathe in through your nose and breathe out. As you can see, that's a really loud noise that I'm making. So I want you to think expand on the inhale, and on the exhale, squeeze everything tight. All right, 4 more times. Breathe in, breathe out. 2 more. Breathe in. And out. Good. From there, what we're going to do is we're going to move into our 90-90 stretch. I've done this before with you. One leg is going to be in front of you at 90 degrees. Back leg is at 90 degrees. Hands are off in front of me. Chest is tall. I'm going to breathe in through my nose. And when I breathe out, I'm going to lean forward as if someone were pulling on a piece of rope on my chest. All right, breathe in. Breathe out. Lean forward and hold. Breathe in and out. Leaning a little bit more deep into that. Focus on pushing that front leg into the ground. 3 more breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. 1 more. Make sure you're leaning with your chest forward and you're not leaning out of the stretch. If it feels easy, try to lean in more and you might feel it more. Hand goes behind you this time. And now what you're going to do is I'm going to turn so you can see I'm still in that same position. My chest is tall. I'm now going to try to push my back butt cheek down into the ground with each breath while keeping both knees on the ground as well. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Nice deep breaths every time. One more. Now we're going to switch. Right leg should be forward, or if you did your right, this time your left leg. I'm back in that 90-90 position. Chest is tall. 5 breaths, leaning over my front leg. If you look in the front of your leg, think about aiming to the middle of your leg. 1. 2, good. Really think about pushing that front leg into the ground as you exhale, and you're going to get deeper and deeper into that stretch. 3 more breaths. 1 more. Think about leaning forward, not down, leaning forward. 5. Same thing, leaning back. Chest is tall. I'm going to turn so you can see a different angle for this. Breathe in. Breathe out. Ooh, pushing that back hip down. 3, 4, keeping both knees in the ground while we do this. And 5. Nice. This time, you are going to do what we call a hip rotator stretch. So I'm going to be on all fours here. Hands are on the ground, knees, so hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. What I want you to do with your left leg is, I'm trying to turn so you guys can see this better. With my left leg, I'm going to turn it in at a 45-degree angle, and I'm going to extend my right leg back. So here's what it looks like from the front. Here's what it looks like from the side. What you're going to do is you're going to breathe in, and when you breathe out, if you watch, I'm going to go out on an angle. So think come back on a 45-degree angle while you do this. So I'm going to breathe in, breathe out, leaning into that left hip, you'll feel a nice stretch. Breathe in, breathe out, that's 2. We're going to do this 5 times, all right? So we're up here. 3. Really let that hip sink in. One more time. 5, good. Switching legs here. So now I'm going to bring that right leg up. Left leg comes back. So if you'll see where I'm trying to turn so you guys can see better. My leg is going to be resting at the top of my knee. So breathe in, breathe out, and lean to the right. Breathe in, breathe out. 2, 3, 4. If you find a spot that's tight, you want to hold it for a second, go for it. And 5. Moving on here. If you have a couch nearby, that would be a great thing for you to use right now. I have this bench, so I'm going to use this, or your bed or whatever's nearby. Put your right foot up onto that. Sitting nice and tall here, other legs out in front of me. I'm going to breathe in, and on the breath out, I'm going to lean forward into that hip. Breathe in. Breathe out, stretching my quad and my front hip flexor here from all the sitting we do all day. Breathe in. Breathe out. Slowly sinking deeper and deeper into it. If you get to a point you can't get any further, that's fine. Just breathe. Good. Switch legs. Really important that you keep your chest tall while you're doing this, so you really get a big stretch to the front of that leg. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. I'm also squeezing my abs tight while I do this, so that way I feel an even bigger stretch. 3, 4, and 5. All right, moving on here into some more type of warming up stuff. So there we're just basically trying to loosen everything up. Loosen up the glutes, turn them on, loosen up the quads. Now we're going to do a little bit more moving with this mobility stuff. First one here, this one's a fun one. This is called egg rolls. It's exactly like it sounds. We're going to do this 10 times. You're going to be squeezing yourself like an egg. You're going to roll onto your back and roll up. That's 1, 10 times. 2, 3, it's kind of like a back massage. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Feels good on that back, loosen that up. Next, we're gonna go into a hip lift with a 5-second hold. We're gonna do this 3 times. Heels are on the ground, laying on the ground, breathe in, breathe out, hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, rest. Keep the core tight, squeeze through your glutes and push through your heels on the way up. Breathe in, breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in, breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. As you can see, we're slowly turning muscles on, getting deeper and deeper into these movements, so that way we can improve our mobility and get our body awake if we're going to do some movements. And if we're just going to do this as our workout for the day, it's just a great way to kind of turn everything on and wake ourselves up. Next one, grab your towel if you have your towel. This is called the band supported leg lower. I have a band, so I'm going to use that. You're going to put this on your foot, lay back, and I want you to make sure that the leg that the band is on stays straight the entire time. So if your leg is bent and you're trying to come in here, that's not going to do this. All right, so if I can only come up to here with a straight leg, that's as high as I want you to go. I've been doing this for a while, so I can come a little bit higher. But I'm going to go as high as I can, keeping that leg straight, and then I'm going to raise my other leg to the exact same height. So both legs are starting straight. I'm going to breathe in, breathe out, and when I breathe out, I'm going to lower the leg that is not with my towel or band until it taps the floor, and then I'll come back up. We're gonna do that 5 times. So that was 1, breathe in, breathe out. Squeezing my abs tight, keeping that leg straight. That leg must stay straight the entire time. Breathe out. And back up. Good. So if this is as low as I can go, I'm just going to go from here. Breathe in. Breathe out. And up. But again, I can come from here. Good. You're going to feel a nice stretch in that hamstring. But you also should be squeezing your abs and feel it in your abs too. All right. Put the towel on the other leg. Get in that starting position. To help you lock your starting position, keep your elbows on the ground pulled tight towards you. Breathe in, breathe out. So this time we're lowering that right leg, tap the floor, come back up. Breathe, come back up, breathe in. On the way down, breathe out. And up, and down. One more time. And relax. Next up, we have what are called cat-cows. All right, really working on moving our back, so working on our back mobility here. I'm on all fours, hands underneath my shoulder. I'm going to breathe in, and I am going to try to lift my back as high as I can. And when I breathe out, I am going to try to arch my back as high as I can. All right, we're going to do that 10 times. Here we go. Breathe in. And breathe out. That's 1. You know what we're going to do this 5. Breathe in. Breathe out. That's 2. And breathe out. 3. Think about pulling your head to your butt on the way up. Breathe in. And then getting your back of the top of your back, trying to touch the ceiling. And breathe out. 1 more. And 5. Nice. From here, moving into our half kneeling adductor rock to work on our groin and help loosen that up. All right. I want you to spread your legs to the side as far as they go. All right. This is as far as I can go. I'm then going to bring my left leg out so it is straight and my foot is flat on the ground. Showing you from an angle here, so my hands are underneath my shoulders. I'm going to breathe in, breathe out, and I'm going to lean back onto my foot that's on the ground, keeping this leg straight, and I'll feel a nice stretch. All right, we're going to do that 5 times. Breathe in, breathe out, hold for a second, come back, and back. That's 3. Keep that leg straight. 4, come back. And 5. So same thing. Let's get back into that starting position here. I'm going to just show you from a different angle. Right leg comes out to the side. So as you can see, hands above. Breathe in, breathe out. And I'm leaning back. So I'm going straight back. I'm not worried about going over my leg. I'm just going straight up and straight back. 2. 3. One side might be tighter than the other. And that's totally okay. That's why we work on both sides individually. So we can figure out what's tighter on us and what needs more work than the other. Next up, going into some T-spine work. So we're going to work on our mobility in our back. What I would like you to do is I want you to rest to where your feet are untucked. So you can see my feet are untucked here. I'm going to take my arm and I'm going to put my right arm over my right leg with my elbow touching the top of my knee. All right, I'm going to take my hand, put it on my head. I'm going to start down here on the ground. I'm going to breathe in, breathe out. I'm going to try to rotate and open up like a book to the ceiling. Come back down. Show you from the front. Here we go. Up. And back down. 2. Really focus on keeping your body on the ground. Your arm on the ground and not rotating. You want to just rotate through your left arm. 2 more. And down. Good. Come up for a second. Stretch that out. So I don't want you to lean to the side. I really want you to try to focus on rotating through your arm. This time, left arm is on my left knee. Right hand on my head. Breathe in. Breathe out and rotate. 1. 2. 3, 4, and 5. Good. Moving on here into our alternating Spider-Man. Hands, we're going to be in a push-up position. Bring that left leg up to your left hand. Drop your right knee to the ground. And I want you to lean forward and push through that right butt cheek so we can get a good stretch in your right hip. And then I'm also going to get a nice stretch on the outside of my left hip. I'm going to come back center. Go to the right foot by my right hand. Big exhale. Come center. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Showing you center here. So that was 2. We're going to do 5 each side. Lean. Come back center. Left foot out. Right knee down. Lean. 3. Back to the center. 3. 4. 4. 5. Switch. And 5. Whew, feels good. All right. Next one here, we're actually going to look at our ankle mobility. So how we're going to work on our ankle mobility, you're going to put your left leg out in front of you. You're going to need to hold on to something. All right, so I'm going to hold on to this bench here. Your bed works, anything else. Keeping my left foot on the ground flat the whole time, I'm going to lean over my foot as far as I can. So I'm thinking about pulling with the front of my leg into the ground. I'm going to hold it for 2 seconds and then release and come back up. All right, I don't want to see your heel lift while you're doing this because we're really focusing on increasing the mobility of our ankle. And to do that, we have to keep our foot flat on the ground. So we're going to do that 5 times. We're going to breathe in, lean forward, breathe out, pull, 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 pull. Relax back. Breathe in, breathe out, pull, 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 pull. Come back, breathe in. Pull, pull, pull. 1 more. And come back. Good. Switch legs. Breathe in. Go, go, go. Again, you might notice one ankle is more mobile than the other. That's okay. That's just something that we need to work on. 2, 3 more times. 3, 2 more. 4, and 5. Great job. Last one, just to kind of get the body feeling good here. We're going to do toe touches. So what I want us to do, standing nice and tall, I'm going to come down, touch my toes with both of my hands. If you have to bend your knees to do that, that's okay. Come down into a deep squat, lift your left arm, lift your right arm, and stand tall. All right? Doing that again, we're going to do that 5 times. Coming down. Ooh, look at that. Even I make mistakes. Coming down, left arm up, right arm up, and stand tall. Come back down. Left arm up, right arm up. Man, even I'm losing my balance. And push. You really got to squeeze the ground with your feet. It makes a big difference when you're not wearing shoes. Left arm up, right arm up, and stand tall. Good. What we're going to do here is just kind of wake up the legs a little bit more. Left leg's going to come forward, right leg's back. We're going to do 5 split squats each leg. And down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch legs. Remember, making sure that our knee doesn't go in front of our toe and that we push through our heel. All right, here we go. Down, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. We're going to do 1 leg reaches. So I'm on my left leg. I'm going to reach forward with my arms while my right leg comes back. Trying to think about moving as a T or tire. All right, so everything moves in a straight line. 5 each leg. All right, here we go. Breathe in, down, and stand tall. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Switch legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, everyone. So right there, just to kind of briefly go over what I just talked about, that right there is a great mobility warm-up that you can take yourself through either before you're going to go and exercise to kind of wake up all of the muscles in your body, or that could be something that you just do on a day where your body's really tired and you need to recover from an exercising that you were doing the day before. Maybe you've been sitting all day and you just kind of want to get the blood flow going. I would go through something exactly like this. For example, like I said, I know I'm going to go outside, cut the grass, do some yard work. That's a great way to wake up all of the muscles in my body, so when I'm moving outside, I'm just going to be more comfortable. I'm doing everything less likely to get injured in my lower back or things like that because I'm now going to use more of my muscles that I've turned on by doing all this mobility work.